Here are the top stories for today, March 31, 2020. President Rodrigo Duterte assures no one will go hungry amid the COVID-19 pandemic. Local government units are urged to buy crops from farmers amid the threat of COVID-19. Filipino workers in China are now experiencing economic difficulties. And Ilonggo nurses spread their positivity by wearing colorful HAZMAT suits. Good day, I'm Rom Dulfo. Welcome to the PNA Newsroom. Our top story, President Duterte assures that the welfare and needs of our health workers are being met. President Duterte said the government is deploying the resources of government to provide frontline health workers with everything they require so they can save as many lives as possible.
We are marshalling and deploying the resources of government to provide our frontline health workers with everything they require so they can save as many lives as possible. We are now procuring medical supplies, devices, and personal protective equipments. About 1 million medical protective items are being acquired right now, with the government and the private sector working together to purchase or produce the necessary quantities. We are also ramping up our capacity to test more broadly to take a fuller and more accurate picture of the spread of COVID-19 in the country. We will also build, operate, and accredit more medical facilities and laboratories in the coming weeks.
President Duterte reports that there will be a 200 billion pesos worth of national aid for low-income households, farmers, and fisherfolk who are affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. In his televised public address late Monday night, the president said that the fund will go to low-income households who are most affected by this crisis in the country. President Duterte also urged the private sector to continue to look after their countrymen and to help in any way that they can.
We have allotted 200 billion pesos for low-income households who are badly affected by the current crisis. Sila ang nasa informal sector and those who live day-to-day on subsistence wages or no work, no pay. Arrangements, I also appeal to the private sector to contribute in any way you can in dealing with this national emergency. The government will provide a recovery package, especially to micro, small, and medium enterprises to help deal with the economic effects of this pandemic. To our farmers and our fisherfolk, we have not forgotten you, and government is now employing quick response measures to help you during the crisis, as well as ensure food productivity, availability, and sufficiency during the period of the pandemic. Uulitin ko, hindi ito panahon para kumita. Hindi ito panahon ng pagsasamantala. Gagawin ko lahat para walang magutom.
Meanwhile, the LGU Secretary Eduardo ANEW says extending the Luzon-wide enhanced community quarantine is not advisable as it would affect the country's economy. ANEW said the government will be able to address the coronavirus disease or COVID-19 crisis in the remaining 2 weeks if everyone will cooperate and strictly follow the enhanced community quarantine. Under the 30-day enhanced community quarantine imposed to contain the spread of COVID-19 outbreak, ANEW said people living in Luzon are required to observe strict home quarantine and limit movements to accessing basic necessities. He said the decision to lift the enhanced community quarantine on April 14 will still depend on the decision of President Duterte and would also rely on the number of COVID-19 positive cases in the country. News that the enhanced community quarantine will be extended for 60 days isn't true. Meanwhile, local government units are urged to buy crops from farmers amid the COVID-19 crisis. AAMBIS OA Party List Representative Sharon Garin said LGUs can help farmers by directly buying crops and including it in the food packs regularly distributed among their constituents to ensure steady income with the ongoing enhanced community quarantine in Luzon. Citing reports that Cordillera farmers dispose of truckloads of unsold carrots and cabbages due to the lack of buyers, Garin called for the immediate passage of a bill establishing a system that will promote, facilitate, and ensure the reduction of food waste through redistribution and recycling. For its part, IATF approved the request of the Department of Agriculture for a 31 billion peso supplemental budget to fund the Plant program, or Agri for Peace, to increase the country's food adequacy level. More COVID facilities are being eyed in Manila, and SSS will launch an online app to process unemployment benefits. More on this and other news around the metro from Janice Cave.
The Department of Public Works and Highways is now looking into preparing existing public buildings and open spaces in Metro Manila to be used as health facilities and isolation sites to address hospital shortage due to the continued rise of COVID-19 cases. DPWH Secretary Mark Villar said the proposal is already in place to convert available spaces of PICC, World Trade Center, Rizal Memorial Coliseum, and PhilSports Arena that can accommodate a total of 2,905 possible patients. The 4 buildings have water and electrical lines that can be converted into isolation facilities, preferably for COVID-19 PUIs and PUMs. Meanwhile, the Social Security system is set to make the application for unemployment benefits available online by the end of April. During the Laging Handa public briefing, SSS President and CEO Aurora Ignacio said while application for unemployment benefits is currently being done over the counter, they are already working on making it available online. The average unemployment benefit for each member is 11,000 pesos. In other news, Marikina City Mayor Marcelino Teodoro on Monday inspected a 2-story building which will be recommended as COVID testing center in the area. Teodoro assured his constituents the risk assessment template and protocol of biohazard measures are strictly followed by the local government. The DOH earlier disapproved the Marikina COVID-19 testing center located at the Marikina City Health Office, saying the local government should build a separate building for the facility to be operational. Meanwhile, Environment Secretary CIMATU has ordered an investigation of the hotels and establishments in the Manila Bay area after discoloration of the waters of the bay was observed last week. A netizen uploaded a video of the historic bay with turquoise blue waters on the social media platform Facebook after noticing the change of its color. CIMATU said the sudden color change from the previous dark blue to turquoise blue may be caused by the direct discharge of wastewater from the treatment plants of buildings and establishments in the vicinity. For the PNA Newsroom, I'm Janice Cave.
Still to come. More than 73,000 food packs are underway in Cagayan de Oro City. More on these when the PNA Newsroom continues.
Sa matinding laban natin sa Coronavirus Disease 2019, sugpuin din natin ang pagkalat ng fake news. Huwag magbahagi ng impormasyon na hindi tiyak ang pinagmulan. I-check mabuti ang source ng balita. Kumuha lamang ng impormasyon mula sa mga official channel ng Department of Health. Huwag magpadala sa maling balita, basta't sama-sama at laging handa. Kaya natin to. Isang paalala mula sa DOH, PCOO, KBP at ng himpilang ito. Tandaan ang tamang paraan ng paghuhugas at paglilinis ng kamay upang makaiwas sa iba't ibang karamdaman. Basain ng tubig ang mga kamay at sabunin. Unang sabunin ang mga palad at ang likod ng mga kamay. Kuskusin na maigi ang pagitan ng mga daliri at maging ang mga kuko. Isunod ang pagitan ng mga hinlalaki at kuskusin ng paikot ang mga dulo ng mga daliri sa magkabilang palad. Banlawang mabuti ang mga kamay sa malinis na tubig at patuyuin ang mga kamay gamit ang single-use towel o air dryer. Basta't sama-sama at laging handa, kaya natin to! Isang paalala mula sa DOH, PCOO, KBP at ng himpilang ito. Pangalagaan ang sarili laban sa Coronavirus Disease 2019. Hanggat maaari, umiwas sa mataong lugar. Iwasang hawakan ang ilong at bibig, maging malinis sa katawan at ugaliin ang wastong paghuhugas ng kamay. Takpan ang ilong at bibig kung uubo o babahing. Umiwas sa mga taong nagpapakita ng sintomas ng coronavirus disease gaya ng lagnat, ubo at sipon. Magsuot ng face mask kung kinakailangan. Basta't sama-sama at laging handa. Kaya natin to! Isang paalala mula sa DOH, PCOO, KBP at ng himpilang ito.
More food packs are on their way to Region 10 as the Department of Social Welfare and Development, or DSWD, aims to add to the assistance for local government units fighting the spread of COVID-19. Reggie Paculba has a story.
Primarily tasked to augment provision of food and non-food assistance to local government units or LGUs, the Department of Social Welfare and Development, or DSWD-10, is targeting to repack 73,655 food packs with about 26 million pesos budget allocation.
Ang gihimo sa DSWD as per request from the local government unit. So doon na sila'y listahan ni Ana. So kini, mga ni basihanan sa atong tagaan.
DSWD-10 prioritizes the beneficiaries of the Pantawid Pamilyang Pilipino program, informal sector, unconditional cash transfer or UCT, and listahanan. Such will be forwarded to the local chief executives so there won't be any duplication of beneficiaries within the latter's area of responsibility.
Ang responsible in terms of food distribution is the local government unit.
Since this is the primary role of the LGU, the Assistant Regional Director said the LGU must promptly come up with a list of households whom they are going to provide assistance with. DSWD-10 has already hired volunteers to repack the goods, and they are targeting to complete such by mid-April. Furthermore, the department has identified prepositioned areas for distribution, and with the aid of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, deliveries will be conducted at Maramag and Malaybalay in Bukidnon, Sinakaban and Oroquieta City in Misamis Occidental, and negotiations are currently being held with a private facility for Camiguin area. For the PNA Newsroom, Reggie Paculba, Philippine Information Agency, Cagayan de Oro.
A local government unit in Maguindanao is feeding its residents with food rations made with vegetables from local farmers. More on this and other news from the provinces from Laid Gabagani.
The local government unit of Dato Angal Midtimbang, Maguindanao has ordered municipal disaster workers to buy vegetable products of local farmers and include this in food packages given to its constituents amid the community quarantine due to COVID-19. The vegetables are packed together with rice, canned goods, and other food provisions to be given to residents. Beneficiaries of the Buy Local program are women farmers who were recipients of a livelihood project from the local government several months back. Meanwhile, government troops recovered over the weekend a high-power firearm and assorted ammunition reportedly stashed by New People's Army rebels in the upland villages of Malapatan Town, Sarangani Province. Government troops initially found on Saturday morning a total of 490 M14 ammunition at a portion of Sitio Mahayag, Barangay Upper Suyan. On Sunday morning, soldiers unearthed a caliber 5.56 mm M16 rifle with 4 magazines and 82 ammunition in Sitio Salian, Barangay Sapu, Masla. The recovered items could have been intended for planned atrocities in connection with the NPA's 51st founding anniversary last Sunday. In other news, the Department of Labor and Employment has completed the processing of the application for financial assistance of over 15,000 workers in the Cordillera region. The workers affected by the enhanced community quarantine will receive 5,000 pesos as soon as the amount is downloaded by the central office. In PIDDIG, Ilocos Norte, an agricultural drone is being used to disinfect its public places to ward off COVID-19. In Angeles City, Pampanga, a misting truck roams around the city to disinfect major thoroughfares and public roads as part of the preventive measures against COVID-19. In Albay, participants in a press conference in Albay Astrodome on Monday were sprayed with disinfectant as preventive measures against COVID-19. The provincial government had also ordered to observe social distancing as local officials reported the status of the province after 3 confirmed positive cases recorded in Albay. For the PNA Newsroom, I'm Lid Kabagani.
In our business news, the Philippine peso started the week standing firm against the US dollar despite concerns on the continued rise of cases of COVID-19 worldwide. The local currency finished the week's first trading day at 50.96 against the dollar, little changed against its 51 close last Friday. It opened the week weaker at 51 from 50.88 in the previous session. On the other hand, the Philippine Stock Exchange Index slipped by 2.57% or 135.46 points. All the other indices followed suit, with the all shares down by 2.34% or 75.19%. Regina Capital Managing Director Luis Limlingan forecasts another volatile week as sentiment took a hit as investors focused back on COVID-19 outbreaks in the US. Meanwhile, the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas forecasts the March 2020 inflation rate to hit between 2 to 2.8%. This is due to the decline of oil prices in the international market, as well as food prices made stable by favorable weather and the price freeze on basic necessities. Inflation rate last February slowed to 2.6% from month ago's 2.9% due to slower annual increases of the heavily weighted food and non-alcoholic beverage index. Up next, Filipino workers in China are now experiencing economic difficulties, and the Tokyo Olympic Games is slated July next year. The PNA Newsroom returns after these reminders.
Alamin kung paano ang tamang pagsusuot ng surgical mask. Una, hawakan ang mask sa strap at siguruhing natatakpan nito ang inyong bibig at ilong. Tandaan, ang may kulay na bahagi ng mask ang dapat nasa labas. Ito lamang ang tamang paraan ng pagsuot nito. Ihulma ang nose piece o maliit na metallic strip ayon sa hugis ng inyong ilong. Iwasan ang paghawak sa inyong ilong at bibig. Kung marumi na ang mask, hubarin ito gamit ang strap at itapon ito sa isang basurahan. Siguruhin ang maayos na paghuhugas ng kamay gamit ang sabon at tubig. Ang surgical mask ay dapat gamitin ng mga pasyenteng may sakit sa baga o mga taong mayroong ubo, sipon at lagnat, mga nag-aalaga sa mga may sakit, at mga healthcare at frontline workers. Maaari ring magsuot nito kung kayo ay pupunta sa matataong lugar. Basta't sama-sama at laging handa, kaya natin to! Isang paalala mula sa DOH, PCOO, KBP at ng himpilang ito. Alamin ang tamang paraan ng pag-ubo upang mapigilan ang paglaganap ng Coronavirus Disease 2019. Ugaliing magdala ng panyo o tissue. Kung uubo o babahing, takpan ang buong ilong at bibig gamit ang panyo o tissue. Kung walang dalang panyo o tissue, maaaring gamitin ang braso na pantakip. Kung nakararamdam na kailangan umubo o bumahing, agad na dumistansya sa mga tao sa paligid. Huwag dumura kung saan-saan, gumamit ng tissue at itapon sa basurahan. Ugaliin ang paghuhugas ng kamay at paggamit ng alcohol o hand sanitizer upang mamatay ang mikrobyo. Basta't sama-sama at laging handa, kaya natin to! Isang paalala mula sa DOH, PCOO, KBP at ng himpilang ito. Alamin ang mga dapat gawin sa lugar ng trabaho laban sa Coronavirus Disease 2019. Ang mga kumpanya ay dapat magbigay ng face mask sa kanilang mga empleyado. Bukod dito, magbigay kaalaman din patungkol sa COVID-19. Siguraduhing malinis ang kapaligiran. Maglagay ng sabon at hand sanitizer sa mga palikuran. Siguraduhing ligtas at nalutong maigi ang mga pagkain sa kantina. Obserbahan ang kalusugan ng mga empleyado at katrabaho. Kung sakali man na mayroon silang sintomas ng coronavirus disease, gaya ng lagnat, ubot sipon at hirap sa paghinga, ay agad ipasuri sa doktor. Basta't sama-sama at laging handa, kaya natin to! Isang paalala mula sa DOH, PCOO, KBP at ng himpilang ito.
OFWs in China are coronavirus-free but reportedly experiencing economic difficulties. Philippine Ambassador to China, Chito Santoromana, said that Filipino workers, especially those under no work, no pay scheme, are reaching out to the Department of Labor and Employment for financial aid. He explained that Filipino teachers were only paid with living allowance because classes have been suspended. Undocumented household workers who want to return home are also having trouble processing their exit visas. The DOLE earlier assured that all Filipino repatriates from countries with confirmed COVID-19 cases will be given assistance. Labor Secretary Sylvester Bello III said his agency has prepared a reintegration program that consists of 20,000 pesos worth of financial aid, livelihood assistance, and alternative employment opportunities, especially for those who have decided to stay in the Philippines for good. Scholarships will also be provided to children of Filipino repatriates. Senator Nancy Binay has appealed to members of the Tourism Congress of the Philippines to donate pillows and beddings and other essentials to designated COVID-19 quarantine centers. The chairperson of the Senate Committee on Tourism said due to the halted production of bedding essentials, TCP is now in a unique position to help and complement quarantine centers and hospitals. The lawmaker said she is optimistic that many establishments would help, even if the tourism industry is also taking a massive hit due to the global pandemic. The TCP is the government's private sector counterpart created under the Tourism Act of 2009. It represents tourism establishments like hotels, resorts, theme parks, travel and tour operators, and other stakeholders in the country's tourism industry. In sports, the International Olympic Committee announced that the Olympic Games will be held on July 23 to August 8, 2021. While the Paralympic Games between August 24 and September 5, 2021. In a statement, the leaderships of the key parties came together via telephone conference, joined by IOC President Thomas Bach, Tokyo 2020 President Mori Yoshiro, Tokyo Governor Koike Yuriko, and Olympic and Paralympic Minister Hashimoto Seiko, and agreed on the new schedule. The committee had postponed on March 24 the Summer Olympic Games for 1 year as the world grapples with the impact of COVID-19. The coronavirus was first detected in Wuhan, China last December and has spread to at least 177 countries and territories. Amidst the adversity brought about by the coronavirus disease, nurses in Iloilo City came up with colorful hazmat suits to make the situation lighter. Nurse and fashion designer Adrian Pe said he and co-nurses have come up with 30 improvised hazmats that come in violet, yellow, green, yellow, and red colors since they started on March 24. With some donations from private individuals, Pe started the production of hazmat suits dedicated to the frontliners taking care of COVID-19 patients. Around 40 nurses of the medical city in Iloilo took turns in sewing the hazmats. The PPE uses waterproof fabric that repels pathogens. The design was also approved by the hospital's safety officer. Other hospitals in Western Visayas also expressed their intention to produce the same to address the need for PPE. Those who want to donate may make a deposit to PES Banco de Oro or Bank of the Philippine Islands accounts. Let's take another look at today's biggest stories. President Rodrigo Duterte assures no one will go hungry amid the COVID-19 pandemic. Local government units are urged to buy crops from farmers amid the threat of COVID-19. Filipino workers in China are now experiencing economic difficulties. And Ilonggo nurses spread their positivity by wearing colorful hazmat suits. Thank you for watching another episode of the PNA Newsroom. To check more news content, check our webpage or head on to the Philippine News Agency's Facebook and Twitter accounts. For more news about the government and how it serves Filipinos, look for these hashtags on our social media platforms and websites. We are shown on the pages of the PCOO and its attached agencies. Also watch us on television on PTV4 and IBC 13. And that's your daily dose of the biggest stories that you need to know from the PNA Newsroom. I am Rom Dufo. Good day and keep safe.